It takes a village, because for all means for all. Together we'll break down any wall. Linked in love, we won't disarm. We're uniting the grassroots army strong. So press play, feel the spark. This is where the movement starts. It takes a village and we're the proof. Truth in action, raising the roof. It takes a village. It takes a village. We rise together, louder than fear. One voice, one fire, crystal clear. From every banner, every street, unity moves on dancing feet. We rise, together we're strong. A million hearts singing one song.
Well, you know what? We are running a little bit late tonight. I am so sorry for the lateness, you guys. Please tap the live, share it out to as many people as you can. I really, really appreciate the engagement. Keep the comments rolling as well. That would be super duper awesome. I love that you guys are here. Thank you so much. Hey, Village, welcome in. You are right where you are supposed to be. This is It Takes a Village, where we don't just talk politics, we build power. We ask better questions, and sometimes we flip a few tables, metaphorically, mostly. I am Political Jess, charming, furious, and deeply uninterested in business as usual. Okay. Before we jump in, I want to share a small but important shift that we've started to make, and I want to be really clear about why. In the past, we've opened up the panel to anybody who had a question for our guest to come up and share their questions, but though that energy comes from a good place and people care, people are fired up, it often pulled us in a lot of different directions that didn't always serve the deeper conversations that this space was built for. So we are going to start having more guided conversations, asking questions that help us really understand who our guest is and what they stand for, and how did that change actually gets made. And then after that, conversations will be opening up to all of you to ask your questions. So if you have a question for our guest, please put it in the chat. We will be saving them towards the end of our regular slate of questions. Your voices absolutely still matter here. We're just giving them a little more structure that helps let the purpose of the show really shine. Okay. So just a reminder, a quick vibe check. This is a guided conversation. I'll ask questions for our guest. She will answer them. She gets about 2 minutes. I don't really time you to keep that answer, in mind. We're keeping it current. We're keeping it respectful. This is a conversation, not a debate stage. Plenty of places to do that on this little app here. Drop your questions in the chat anytime, and we'll get to them towards the end. And if you're hanging out with us, remember to tap that screen, share out the live, invite a friend. You never know who this conversation might be meant for. Every tap helps the conversation reach someone who needs it. So are you guys ready to get loud? Joining us tonight to flip tables in the most inspirational and wonderful way, all the way from the great state of Virginia, running for Congress in Virginia's 1st Congressional District, ladies and gentlemen, it's Erikca Kopp. Did I pronounce your last name correctly?
You did on the first try. Thank
Fabulous.
you so much.
I know it doesn't seem like it's that hard, but leave it to me to screw it up. Trust me. Okay, fabulous. Well, thank you so much for being here, first of all. I really love that you are taking the time to meet with us today. It's great, so thank you. The first question that I ask every guest is, we've heard the phrase, the straw that breaks the camel's back. We're very familiar with that phrase. Right now, it feels like we aren't being hit with straws. We're being hit with the whole damn camel. Okay, right in the face, repeatedly, over and over and over again. What was the camel that finally broke your back, that inspired you to run for this seat? And can you tell us a little bit about the constituency in your district?
Absolutely. So I will start with the constituency in our district, and then I'll get to the straw that broke the camel's back. We currently, because the Commonwealth of Virginia is potentially going through redistricting, which TBD, that has not yet been decided, but it is going to a referendum towards the end of April. But right now, as it stands, our district spans a very large swath of land. We go from the northern neck and middle peninsula of Virginia to Williamsburg, around Richmond into Henrico County, which is where I am, Hanover County, and then we go into Chesterfield. So it's a very, very large area. And a lot of people in this district have a problem with healthcare. We have had so many cuts to Medicaid. We've seen hospitals and healthcare systems that have shut down or are at risk of shutting down. And while that kind of started it, really the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when my own congressman, Rob Whitman, who I am now running against, he voted in favor of cutting Medicaid. And he himself, as a child, as a foster child who was adopted, he benefited from Medicaid. So pulling up that ladder, that was it for me. That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
My governor is Greg Abbott, so if I know anything about ladder pulling, I'm fairly familiar with. Why do they do that? That's so fucked up. Anyway, by the way, you can totally cuss on this platform. By the way,
okay, good. I was a little bit concerned because I have a bit of a potty mouth.
No, I do too. That's that. Yes, we talk like fucking sailors. So if you feel like you need to let your hair down, let it rip. We're not shy around here. Okay, so let me just take a pause for a second because we have to celebrate our wins where we get them. And I just want to say to the Supreme Court, whatever your motivations were, thank you so much for pulling the rug out from under old Tangerine Palpatine's diaper. Thank you for that.
Yes, that was huge. I saw that come through my email today and I was like, oh, wait.
What is that from the Supreme Court? What is that? Now I don't know what it means. I highly doubt that we are going to get a check back for all of the money that we have spent on tariffs, right? I don't think that that we are going to see any of that money back, but that they can't do it anymore is a good thing. So.
Yes, very much indeed. I was a little bit concerned about what was going to happen, but seeing it and seeing that they deemed it unlawful, I was like, wow, okay, maybe the Supreme Court does have some balls.
So refreshing. So what do you think about, and this is not on my regular slate, by the way, we're just kind of winging it right now. What do you think about the whole Peace Corps thing that he's doing, the Peace Summit, or the $10 billion that he's going to take for his club, his little club that he's done with all of the dictators around the world? What do you think about that?
I am waiting for him to be sued. I'm hoping that Congress will step up and try to take their power back, because at the end of the day, they haven't allotted any of that money to go to that effort. And as we know from the Constitution, which I usually have on my little tabletop here, but I think it's over there, we know that only Congress has the power of the purse. So where he thinks he's getting this money from, unless it came from tariffs, who knows? But I would really like to know where he thinks he's getting that kind of money from.
Yeah, there's so many questions. Waiting for that big, beautiful obituary, by the way, just putting that out there. Okay, so now we return to our regularly scheduled program. Before you were a candidate, you were a person watching all of this unfold. What were you seeing or experiencing that made waiting your turn feel impossible?
That's a really good question, because I never saw myself in politics. It really wasn't until the Velveeta Voldemort was elected and then inaugurated before I even considered, well, we need people to step up. We need people who will actually uphold the oath that they've taken to the Constitution. As an attorney, I myself have also taken that oath. And I live it every single day. I uphold it every single day. So the more that I was seeing our Constitution being shredded to pieces, the more that I thought, this isn't right. We need somebody to stand up. Anybody could do a better job than Rob Whitman, even me. Well, why not me? And so that's really what got the ball rolling, and thinking, well, literally anybody else could be qualified to do this job, even somebody who has been in it for 20 years and whose only experience in politics is being in an elected position. So
Yeah,
I might as well try and run.
that's amazing. It's really warm in my booth. Sorry.
You're fine. Do what you need to do.
Why is it so warm in here? It's freezing today too. It's like super cold, and then today's, yeah, anyway. Anyways, okay, so again, not a question that's on my slate, but I always want to make sure that I can tap into the current feelings of our guest here. Okay, so how pissed off are you with what's happening right now?
Are we going on a scale of 1 to 10? Because if that's the case,
Sure.
I'd say 12.
You're like, I broke the dial. God damn it.
You know what? Broke it, threw it in the trash. Got to go get another one. It's on my to-do list, but haven't had a chance.
Yeah, right. Okay, and then the next question I have for you is, do you feel like human compassion is political?
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, being a decent human being, you know, people want to thump the Bible, and that's great, but the Bible says to love each other. So empathy and compassion is written into it as far as I'm concerned.
Wasn't that Jesus's whole vibe? Like, wasn't that his whole bag? Like, that was what he did, his thing. That was sort of his thing, you know?
Absolutely.
So weird. So what do you think people watching tonight might recognize in your story? That moment where frustration turns into responsibility?
Yeah, I think just wanting to stand up for other people. We're seeing that so much right now. We've seen it in Minnesota, and God bless Minnesota, because I mean, the people out there are just doing so much and such good things. And I know that it's inspired communities across the country. Last night, in particular, I was at an Indivisible meeting for our local chapter here in Central Virginia. And when I tell you that the room was entirely packed with people wanting to help others, there was a food drive that we did at that event, and it could not fit in the person's car to take all of that food to deliver it. Like, it was such a moving experience to see. And they asked at the beginning of the meeting how many people there were new members. And I mean, I did raise my hand, but so did about half of the entire people there. And I mean, there was probably like anywhere from 80 to 100 people in that room.
That is so inspiring. And I keep telling people too that our civic duty doesn't start and stop at the voting booth. Right. Like we, especially through our very first fascism, we have to do more. And a lot of people aren't used to that. But when you go to these meetings, when you go to these Indivisible meetings and these city council meetings and these school board meetings, and you go stand over a bridge with a sign with a bunch of other people who are standing over a bridge with a sign, there's like something in that fills your cup up and makes it so that it's possible to keep going. So
that's so true. That's so true. I completely agree. We have a local chapter here of what has been called the Tesla Takedown. We have amended that name and we call it Tyranny Takedown. And when I tell you, it is a salve to my soul being out there looking ridiculous. I mean, I might be out there in a frog onesie. I might be out there looking the fool and wearing, a hanging chad of protest signs and beating on a Lowe's bucket with drumsticks. But I'm having the time of my life with people that are just wonderful human beings. And I've seen some people that have come by and brought us things like hand warmers on a really cold day, or brought water and snacks. And it is one of those things that I have my faith in humanity restored sometimes.
It's really easy to miss that too. Like when you are getting all of the bad in your face, like a fire hose in your face, like
Yeah, absolutely.
all of the bullshit. It's not exfoliating. It's not good for your skin.
It's
Okay,
not good for my pores. The bullshit
it's
isn't
not
good for my
good for your pores.
pores.
But it is really good to have like some camaraderie and to have like see good in the world again. So that's awesome. All right, so we're going to talk now about values, platform, and lived reality. What core values guide every decision that you make, and how do those values show up in your platform in ways that people can actually feel in their day-to-day lives?
So one thing that is really important to me, because we don't have this currently, it's important to me to listen to the people in my district. So we're going out to every part of the district, every nook and cranny, to make sure that people who want to talk with us have an opportunity to feel heard. And then what the people want, what they tell us about the issues that they bring up, those end up becoming part of my platform. So it is really, truly me being a conduit for the people. Our representative doesn't listen to anyone, and we know that. We've seen it time and time again. He listens to money and his defense contractor donors and Dominion Energy donor and Palantir donor. He's not out there listening to the people. He's not meeting with the people. So that is something that really, truly is my North Star. That, the Constitution, kind of trying to toe the line between what we can do at the federal level versus what is reserved to the states. That's also very important to me. But really getting out there and talking to people, having people have an opportunity to feel heard. That's so important to me.
And just in case anybody wants to know what is on your platform, we don't usually talk about like the nitty-gritty in your platform because we pretty much, if you're on our show, we already know that you're progressive. We already know you believe in DEI. We already know you're not really going to take APAC money and all that kind of stuff, right? If you guys are interested in looking at Erikca's full platform, please go to her website at ericcakopp.com, where you can learn all about all of the things that are important to you. And if there's probably a contact us form on there too, I'm assuming. Yes. So if there's something missing, please feel free to reach out.
Yes, there's an email feature and it goes straight to the email that's monitored by both my campaign manager and myself.
Amazing. So when you talk to folks in your community, what issues come up again and again that people outside of your district might not fully understand?
Yeah, there's one big issue relative to part of the easternmost part of our district, which is out on the northern neck, Lancaster County. And one thing that people out there deal with, and I don't yet have a solution for this, but this is an issue that we've been thinking about for months. They still struggle with running water in 2026. And to put it into perspective, in Virginia, we have in Loudoun County, the richest county in the United States of America. And then just a couple of hours away in Lancaster County, we have a county that struggles to have running water to everyone in the county. So this huge disparity in income, access, resources, that is something that other folks throughout the rest of the Commonwealth may not get.
I just can't understand why that is even a thing. Right?
Yeah.
Like, why is that even a thing right now? And I know that Flint, Michigan just finally got clean water like this year in all of their pipes. Why is in America, richest country in the world?
Supposedly.
Yeah. Absolutely insane. What is one part of your platform that you think deserves more attention than it gets, and why?
Oh, that's a good question. There go my dogs.
Hey, they have opinions too, and they deserve to be heard.
That's true. That's true. Although I can't translate woof right now, but I'm working on that too. One thing that I think a little bit differently about that other folks may not, but here it is. I think that the way to get us to universal health care is going through the Medicaid legislation, removing the income limitations, and allowing it to be an accessible, comprehensive, readily available universal healthcare system for everyone.
I think that's great. And you
Thank
have healthcare experience, right?
Yeah, so I'm a healthcare attorney, and in addition to that, I'm also a caregiver to a disabled combat veteran. So healthcare isn't just my job, it's my life.
I love this. I love that you have experience with this sort of thing and you're going into Congress with the experience that other people have. Like you're not, you know how much a gallon of milk costs, right? Like you have experience taking care of a veteran, so you know what veteran benefits are available or not available to these people. Like you know what is happening. And I think that is so very important. I keep telling people we need to elect people like you, our neighbors, our friends, the people that struggle with us every single day into these positions of power. Otherwise, we're just it's never gonna change.
Yeah.
So thank you for running. Um, so how has and this kind of like branches off into what you were just saying, but how has your lived experience shaped the policies that you're fighting for? And where have you had to listen and learn from others to get it right?
Yeah, as it relates to veterans in particular, I've done a lot of listening, but I've also done a lot of advocacy with my husband in particular. It's such a struggle for people to get through the VA system and get access to benefits. I have a whole ass law degree and have passed the bar, and I still don't understand it. Like, not everyone has my educational background, and to think that it is this difficult for me to get through this, imagine what it is for somebody who has, just gotten their high school diploma, or for somebody who maybe didn't graduate college, or maybe it's been a while since they've, gone to school. And it's very complicated. And it's a lot of like, we're going to make you do everything that you have, everything that you can, and put the onus on you to get through this. And we're going to deny it and make you reapply or appeal. And it's just such a burden. It is such a burden. And yes, absolutely. These people served us. These people are the ones who should be getting access to everything that they have earned by serving for this country, signing their lives away for this country. And yet they're coming home to be denied benefits. It's not right.
It's not just them that made the sacrifice, it's their families as well. And they're all getting just to shit on. I mean, I don't know how else to put it.
You're right.
Yeah, it's really upsetting. It's frustrating how our veterans are being treated. So I want to talk about trust, accountability, and keeping promises, because this is something that is on the minds of a lot of, especially Democratic voters. Many people feel betrayed by candidates who make these big, bold, progressive promises, and then they cave once they're in office. So how do you ensure that you stay true to the message that you've built and do what politicians don't? Actually keep your word and stay rooted in the grassroots movements that brought you here.
It's so important for me. Accountability is literally a part of our platform. I stand for access and accountability through action. And I tell people all the time, accountability applies to me too. And I want to hold myself accountable. I want the people to hold me accountable. Number one. Number two, I'm not going to be the kind of person who gets into Congress to retire from Congress. So I'm going to be there for as long as I can be with grassroots support, because I am not taking any corporate money. I'm not taking any AIPAC money. I'm not taking any money from lobbyists or Israel lobby money. Like that's not who I am. That is inconsistent with my values. And so for however long the people want me to be in Congress, I will be there to do things that bring about positive change. And if that means that I'm only in for one term, then so be it. I'm not going to be afraid to use the power that I have.
What is the first thing that you plan to do when you get into Congress?
Okay, so this promise I have made, and this is because I am one of the, at this point, I think 100 or so candidates that are endorsed by Citizens Impeachment. And so, first day in office, I am filing articles of impeachment against Donald Trump.
Fabulous.
And thank you, darling. So yes, and there will be other articles of impeachment coming from me. Maybe not necessarily on day one, but for sure, if Trump is still alive, come January of 2027, then there will be articles of impeachment filed by me on day one.
Dear Grim Reaper, the address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Okay? But I'm sure that there's other people too, right? Like Pam Bondi and Kristi Noem, and I don't know if Steve Miller is eligible for impeachment, but why the fuck not? Let's impeach him.
But he can be arrested.
I love this for him. Yes. Yes. Okay. So I love that. Can we get some W's in the chat for impeachment of Donald Trump and all of the things that go along with that? Let's light up the chat, guys, for that, because that is going to be a glorious day. They're so screwed. They have no idea. I mean, they do, but they're so screwed. So when the pressure comes from leadership, money, or the way things have always been done, what is the compass that guides you?
Number one, the Constitution. Number two, the people. I am not elected to Congress to work for the establishment. I am not elected to Congress to work for the party itself. I will be there elected by the people to serve the people. And at the end of the day, it is the people to whom I'm accountable. Not the party, not the establishment, not whoever might be the speaker. So while I understand that I have to, collaborate with others, it's all about the people.
I was going to ask you something and it left my brain. It just was in there for a second, then it was poof, gone. I'm sure it will come back to me. J-Rod, this is Erikca Kopp, who's running for Congress in Virginia. And we're interviewing her tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. So what does accountability to your community look like, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable? And I just remembered what question I was going to ask you. So I'll see if I can hang on to it while you answer that question.
Yeah. So one thing that my congressman doesn't do that I have already done is holding in-person town halls. And he won't do it. I don't know if he's afraid or what the case may be. But I think that is one way that elected officials can be held accountable to the people at home by showing up and in a situation like this, allowing people to ask questions and have their voices be heard. So I think that's one really big way that the people can hold me accountable, even if it's uncomfortable. I mean, I'm not that far away from DC, so I envision myself being home on the weekends. I can absolutely hold town halls in the district.
Your opponent is Republican, right?
Yes.
And I don't think any of them are holding town halls. I haven't ever seen mine hold a town hall. And I don't know if yours is doing the same thing that mine is doing. But when I call and say, I say, when are you going to hold a town hall? And they're like, well, we just held one the other night. And it was at, some charity dinner that you had to spend $1,000 a plate to get. And I'm like, motherfucker, that is not a town hall, stupid. Like, that is not, that is not accessible to your constituents, my guy. But they know that. They know that. They're playing games.
Of course they do.
They play it in our faces. So how do you plan to stay accessible once you're in office? You just answered that. Yes. But I want to know, not just during campaign season, but when all of the cameras are gone.
I think this is a combination of a couple of things. Number one, I think responding to emails in a way that is substantive and actually responsive to what the people have said or asked. So there's that. Showing up in person, being in places like town hall events, being in, potentially panel discussions, or being in the office in the district. I think that those are all ways that people would have access to me. And then, of course, there are things that we can look at, like potentially keeping our email account open so that people can reach us directly or reach out to my campaign manager directly. And I think with all of those together, I mean, it is certainly a lot more accessible than my congressman is now.
Yeah, and I think that when the bar is set so very low, right? It's set so very low. It's pretty easy to rise above it. So let's talk about potential Speaker of the House. Hakeem Jeffries, or would you rather see someone else?
Immediately no. This was a question that was posed to me a few months back in preparation for an article that was published by Axios. And no, I think that he is all talk and he doesn't back up his words with any action. So I personally would love to see somebody different. I mean, ideally, I would love to see AOC. I would love to see somebody who actually holds people accountable. Outside of that, I've liked Ted Lieu lately too.
He's great. He's really great. He's a California congressman.
Yes.
Congressman to the stars, apparently.
Ooh,
but progressive, and I think that we need to have a progressive leader right now, especially considering the moment that we're in. So let's talk about power beyond the candidate. We say it all the time. Real change doesn't come from one person with a title. What does shared power actually look like in your campaign?
So this is an interesting concept. There are a couple of folks running in my race, a couple of, I don't want to call them opponents, truly they're friends. And we're all running for the same position. I mean, almost half of the town is running for this position. There are 9 of us in the Democratic primary at this point in time. But there's a group of us that have really kind of come together, and we're helping each other out in ways like helping with getting spaces for all of us to be together to get signatures for our petitions. Or we have an event that we'll be doing soon, and bouncing ideas off of each other, or whatever the case may be. We're all in this together. We're all going through a similar experience where we all may be in kind of different places in our lives or have different things kind of outside of running. We all have this shared reality, this shared lived experience, and we're all really just lifting each other up.
Amazing. Yeah, I think that's really important for us to do right now. All we have is each other.
Yes.
We are all that we
and
have.
One way or another, one candidate or another, we all know that one of us will be taking down Rob Whitman.
Yes. And can I tell you that a lot of people who have primary opponents see them as adversarial, and it is so refreshing to hear that you don't. Like, you guys are all fighting for the same seat, but you're fighting for the same purpose also, and I think that is like amazing. So we manifest destiny around here, so to speak. So you will win your seat. But I want to know if the stars align that someone else is in your seat. What's next for you?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me just say hi, Erikca. That's my other Erikca. Good to see you. What's next for me? Well, I was really just stepping up to meet this moment. So I don't know if there will be another political campaign in my future. Will I continue to speak out against the bullshit and everything that is wrong in society under this administration, under this regime? Hell yes, I will. Will I continue to advocate for people in my line of work and in my household? Absolutely yes, I will. Outside of that, I don't know. The future is wide open.
I say keep running, girl.
Thank you.
Keep running. We need more women in politics, right? Like, yeah, we need more women in politics, period. The moms are going to save us. Not that you're not I mean, women are going to save us. The divine
God, moms
feminism.
want to.
Yeah, seriously. So who do you think gets left out of the political conversation most often? And how does your platform intentionally bring them in?
That's a really good question. And I think that there is a lot of people who have disabilities being left out of the conversation, particularly as it relates to politics. I mean, a lot of events, a lot of things that happen in the political space just aren't accessible for everyone. And so our campaign really, we practice what we preach. We're all about access and accountability through action. And so we have all of our town halls that we do are either in person and virtual. So there's that both yes and component, or they are via Zoom. So we have an opportunity to get more people to this message, get our message to more people, increase for people to access what it is that we're saying and doing. And that's very important to us.
I love that. So can you share a moment where community action, not speeches or a headline, actually genuinely moved the needle?
Community action that genuinely moved the needle. You know, I don't know if this moved the needle yet, but what I will say is that earlier this week, on Tuesday, in fact, was the National Day of Action with Flair and 5051 National and Citizens Impeachment. And so the group of us four that I was mentioning earlier, we were all out at our congressman's office in our district. We know he wasn't there, but we were on a megaphone with a bunch of people lined up across the street from his office with signs, microphones. I mean, you name it, we had it. And towards the end of the event, we took a massive container of protest signs and constituent comment cards into his office. And so I am really looking forward to seeing any kind of response from him. But I think he's going to be a little scared.
I love that. I love Republicans being scared. They should definitely be scared at this moment. What has this campaign taught you about the power of everyday people?
The power of the people is stronger than the people in power. We have so much power that we don't realize. I mean, not just at the ballot box, but really grassroots efforts and the ability of people to organize. It outmatches every day of the week, even the most outspent candidates and races. We've seen it in Wisconsin with a state Supreme Court judge. We've seen it now in Texas, and we're going to start seeing it over and over again in a lot of other places too.
I mean, can I just bask in the glory of what happened in Tarrant County, Texas? I'm just I'm going to soak in it till my fingers get all pruny. It is the most wonderful, delicious, and it makes people, the blue voters in Texas, giddy. We are giddy. And early voting for this primary season has already begun, and our voting numbers are through the roof for the first time in like 30 years. So like we're and we don't want to like speak it into the universe and have it be jinxed, but we're going to turn the state blue and it's going to be so amazing. I'm so excited for it. I cannot freaking wait.
I'm so happy for you. We're cheering you on over here.
Yes, it has been a journey. It's been a journey. Let me tell you. So let's talk about the moment that we are in. This is a very heavy moment. How do you acknowledge the exhaustion that people feel without giving into hopelessness?
I love this question because I feel this exhaustion all the time. And I first want to validate that this fatigue from all of the bullshit that is thrown at us every which way, you know, all of the time, it's real, first of all. Second, we have a list on our website of simple actions that people can take so that they can help feel more empowered to be a part of the equation, to be a part of the conversation, and things that aren't even related to our campaign, but things that improve the communities. So, like, donating to a local food bank is on there. Donating to a local pet shelter is on there. Things that they can do to enrich their communities that aren't necessarily related to politics.
I think that's important too. There are, like, on our Discord, we have a ton of soup kit recipes that people can put together and leave in their food pantries for people, and that keeps, like, that helps for very minimal cost. Really helps people in the community. It's good because we are all that we have. So what do you think courage looks like right now for everyday people?
Standing up, speaking out, doing something that is outside of their comfort zone, and not staying silent, not being complicit with all of the violence, showing up for their community, showing up for each other. Again, like you said, we're all that we have.
We are all that we have. What kind of political culture are you trying to help build, not just through policy, but through how we treat each other?
I would say that what we're doing is so much more than just a campaign. This is a movement that is about love, about loving people's neighbors, about loving each other, about love being greater than hate.
Yeah, hate is louder than hope, right? Hate is louder than hope, but hope is more powerful.
That's true.
And we have to
And it
keep that
takes
in mind.
courage. Yeah, absolutely. It takes courage to stand up for each other. It takes courage to love one another.
Definitely. Okay, so I would like to invite you for just a moment to we don't take enough time in the resistance, so to speak, to celebrate our wins. And I know that we've talked a lot about, like, what happened in Tarrant County and the tariffs being overturned and all those juicy little nuggets of deliciousness that we've been salivating in. What win can you share with us tonight?
Campaign related, anything
It can
outside
be.
the campaign.
It can be whatever. A win's a win, babe. You tell us. What do you think deserves some attention?
Well, I just recently had a case at work that I kind of got brought into it, at almost the last second to file a motion because there was this piece of evidence that was really damaging and also not brought into the case in an appropriate way. And so really coming in to advocate for our client. And when I say it was a quick turnaround time, I mean, I got this assignment on Friday and it was basically due on Monday. So I worked throughout the weekend to get something that was, a worthwhile product, something that I could be proud of. Got it to my boss, and Saturday night 10 p.m. got it to my boss, kind of thing. And he comes to me Monday, he's like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you. Thank you. This was great. I read it and I was like, wow, this is fantastic. I don't think we're going to win on it, but I thought it was spectacular." And I'm like, okay, cool. Great.
Thanks.
So, I mean, whatever the client needs, right? Advocacy for the client. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So just yesterday, we got a ruling in on this motion. and we got the evidence thrown out because of my motion.
Yes, that's amazing. That is
Yeah,
amazing.
it was huge. We didn't think it was going to happen. My boss was telling me it wasn't going to happen. And so when it finally came in, I was like, oh my gosh, what?
You're like, I did that. I did that. That's amazing. So when one person gets involved with the way things are, it ripples outward. What kind of ripple are you hoping your campaign will create?
I want to see our community come together, not just with love, not just with compassion, not just with empathy, but I really want to see our community come together to throw out this congressman who has been in this position for the past 19 years, who has lost his way with the people, who no longer gives a shit what the people say or think or do or tell him. I want to see him voted out of his seat. Point blank.
That's awesome. I would love to see that too. For so many useless, feckless Republicans who are just capitulating to whatever the fuck is going on right now. Feelings aside, for someone watching tonight who is angry and tired, but still here, what's one real step that they can take right now that will move them from watching to participating?
Oh, that's a good question. Check out your local Indivisible chapter. See what you can do. See if there's a meeting you can go to. Find out if there's a protest that you can go to. And just show up. The community will welcome you with open arms. And if you're looking for something to do in the near future, if you're too tired right now, put March 28th on your calendar for No Kings 3.
Yes. I love it.
I'm so excited about that day.
It's funny because they keep getting bigger. It's like they keep getting bigger, and it's like it's almost like his approval rating is going the wrong direction. You know, like you'd think that you'd think that they would want to like turn that around a little bit, but no, it's he's motivating. I'll give him that. He's a motivating guy.
Yeah.
So years from now, when people look back on this moment, what do you hope that they say about themselves for choosing to show up?
I hope that they can say either to themselves, to their children, to their grandchildren, to whomever. I hope that they can say that in this moment of all this hell coming at us from every direction, that they did not stay silent. I want them to be able to look themselves in the mirror and say, when all of this happened, when fascism was knocking at my door, that I stood up and did something about it.
Yes. Excuse me. I had a hiccup. Yeah. I think that we're in a weird place right now where when history is going to write about this moment.
Yes.
Right? It's like when the Twin Towers fell, or when, like, you know, the Tulsa thing happened, the bombing happened in Tulsa. If you are alive during that time, you know exactly where you were. Like you remember exactly where you were when that moment happened. We're going to have to remember exactly where we were through this entire administration, not just this one, but the one before as well. And our kids are going to ask us, what did we do?
Mm-hmm.
You know, our grandkids are going to ask us, how did you guys get through that? You know, if we get through it, I'm hoping we get through it. We manifest that shit around here. But I think it's important that we have the answer that we stood up. It's really, I think that that's very important. So thank you for that. I would like to thank you, first of all, for showing up and taking my softball questions. I know that from the chat there was a little bit of a grumbling because they're so boring questions. But here's the thing. You're going to go on interview after interview after interview during this time. And even after your campaign is over, people will still be wanting to talk to you, us included, about how things went and what you would change and what's next for you. And they're going to grill you about your platform and your stances, and there's going to be uncomfortable questions. And we don't like to do that here. The whole purpose of our show is to inspire people to get involved. It's not about learning who you are, although it's a small part of it. It's about learning why you went from regular Erikca Kopp working in a law firm for health insurance or health related stuff, neighbor, dog owner, veteran care person that you care for, to potential political candidate. And that gap is miles wide.
Yes.
To move, because our system doesn't allow for regular people like us, to be successful in politics. It's made for people who have a lot of money and a lot of influence, and it's the guys club, for lack of a better term. So, how are you getting around all of that? How are you navigating the fundraising demands and the networking that you have to do and all of those things, and you're juggling a full-time job on top of it. So how are you navigating all of that?
You almost started to say the word, and I just want to point it out. I'm managing. But I will say that, I've broken into one white man's club, old boys club, if you will, in terms of the legal community. So just really staying true to who I am helps a lot, because I'm not going to be, a middle-aged white man, but I can go forth with the audacity of one. I can be bold like one, and I can break through spaces that were never meant for a person who looks like me in the first place,
Yes.
because I've done it before. And so here we are, and I'm just going to do me and do it again.
Whoa. I have to move the puzzle piece, guys. I have to move the puzzle piece every time. I'm so sorry. TikTok does this thing. It scares me I jump out of my skin every single time, because it's like an alarm and it goes off and and I'm like, oh my gosh, is the house on fire? Every time it drives me nuts. Okay, so there is a whole section of questions that I didn't ask you, so I'm gonna back up a little bit here. Okay. A lot of people care super deeply about what they are seeing right now, but they don't see themselves as political. So what would you say to somebody who feels that pull, but they don't know where to begin?
So it doesn't have to be about politics. And I think some people will try to cop out of being engaged in what's going on because, oh no, it's political. I don't want to get political. This is not a matter of politics. This is a matter of right and wrong. This is a moral and constitutional crisis that we're living in. So reminding people that it's not about left or right, it's about right and wrong, and encouraging them to find different organizations in their communities that they can get into to get involved or to do things that would be up their alley. I mentioned Indivisible earlier. At the meeting that I was at just last night, there was a PowerPoint presentation on what people could do to help. And we're at this point in time where we're understanding that there is a lot of, I want to do something, I don't know what to do. And so organizations like that are bringing forward to the people, to everyone that's there, this is how you can help. And it's not just, open up your wallet and donate $25 to this candidate. It's like, people can go and be court watchers, or they can go and be neighborhood watch, or they can be verifiers for when ICE is coming to town. So there are things that we can do that are well within our capacity as people, looking, listening, keeping our eyes open, keeping our ears open, and using it to help each other, to help our community, to help our neighbors.
The other thing, too, that people don't think about, especially right now in this moment with what they're trying to do, that they're going to try to do things that are not that are not according to precedent. Being very careful with how I am wording things for entertainment purposes only on TikTok. But they're going to do some hanky shit, okay, guys? So poll watchers are incredibly needed. They are going to be so very important. It is easy for you to sign up to be a poll watcher on election day. Get in touch with your district precinct chair, and they can help you get all the information that you need in order to be a poll watcher. Very, very, very important. It's a sacrifice of a day. It's an educational experience. And you meet a ton of great people in the process. So, might be something to consider.
Definitely.
So voting matters, but it doesn't stop there.
Yes.
And like we said before, our civic duty does not start and stop at the ballot box. What are some of the most powerful ways that people can show up in between elections?
There are a lot of different options. There are so many elections that aren't just the November general election. In my case, there's a primary, but here in Virginia also, we will have a referendum on redistricting. So showing up to vote for those things. Those are free to do. The other thing that people can do to get engaged, get involved, reach out to your local county Democratic organization and see if you might be interested in doing something with that. They have volunteer opportunities. They have positions that if you think you might want to run for, you can. Beyond that, even just getting involved with a social group where you might get out and meet other like-minded people, highly encourage that too. I know that there is an organization called Living Liberally, and they have a bunch of different groups, be it liberally drinking, where they do like happy hour type events, or reading liberally with book clubs, or laughing liberally with comedy shows. And whatever your preference in your location, you can find just a group of people to go and talk about all of these things that are happening.
That sounds super freaking cool. We need to, I'm sending a message to my moderator, one of my my show pals here who helps us produce the show. Jen, can you look into that organization? That would be so freaking cool to have that on our Discord so people can have some more resources. It can feel so incredibly isolating, especially in red states. And they do that on purpose, right? Like they want us to feel like we are alone, and to shrink us down and to stuff us in a little tiny box, and not act out, not be loud, so that they can keep a hold of their power.
Right.
And I think that a lot of people, at least I'm seeing it in my state. You're probably seeing it a lot in yours as well. They're kind of sick of that shit.
Yeah, I mean, completely. We have a liberally drinking social club that meets once a month in what used to be Ruby Red, Hanover County. Now, Hanover County contains Ashland, Virginia, which is where a warehouse for a concentration camp was proposed. And yep, and I'll tell you, 800 to 1,000 people showed out at the Board of Supervisors to oppose that effort.
You know, it's really hopeful. Like we're seeing people oppose that in here in Texas. People are
That's
like, there
good.
was one that was going to be built in Dallas, and the owner of the property was like, by the way, I'm not actually going to do that. We're not doing that. Like, that's not going to, because of public pressure.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and not crazy bad, but it's like shocking. It's good.
In a
Um,
good way. Absolutely. Yeah, that was a similar experience that we had here. The owner of the warehouse that was the proposed location here was a Canadian company. And people not only wrote the Board of Supervisors here, which is majority red, but they also wrote to the Canadian company and was like, we don't want this. This is what it's going to be used for. And they were like, oh, yeah, no, actually, we're not going to sell it to DHS. Just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah. Not that they would pay their bills anyway, but
Mhm.
that's neither here nor there. What helped you move past the fear or hesitation when you were stepping into this role?
Whew.
Alcohol.
I quit drinking.
No, this is a bad time to do that.
No, really, it's just knowing that there are people that feel the same way that I do, and knowing that I am an advocate in so many different ways, um, and that I have done this as far as standing up for other people often, be it in court or with the VA system or, with a provider to get my partner the care that he needs. Um, it's it's really just been about shoving the fear down or pushing it aside, and practice helps too.
Yeah.
But really, just kind of telling myself, hey, you got to get over it because these people are counting on you, and that's been really a motivator.
There's a lot of people, especially women, who come on to this panel and they say like, I'm still fucking scared. Like they're like,
Absolutely.
I'm still scared. But courage is doing it anyway, right? Like being afraid and acknowledging that fear, but doing it anyway. And I think that is so incredibly powerful. So, how do you encourage people to stay engaged without burning themselves out?
Whew, it's such a fine balance.
It really
Um,
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, there is a great podcast that I listen to. And if you haven't heard of it, I highly, highly, highly recommend it because it's news with swearing. It's the Daily Beans
Yes.
podcast. I love it. I listen to it every day. It's just awesome.
The Daily Bean.
Beans, plural.
Beans. The Daily Beans. We're gonna look at that too. I love that.
It's awesome.
I love a little spicy language,
Oh yeah.
as
Same.
somebody who grew up in a very conservative religious household. When I left
Mhm.
there, I was like, I'm fucking using all of the words in the English fucking language. God fucking damn it. It was hilarious.
Amazing.
Yes. And still, like, family gatherings are a little awkward because I don't really know how to shut it off anymore because I've been doing it for so long. And my aunt will look at me like, oh, you have such colorful language. And I'm like, oh, you have no idea. I'm
You're
like, I
going
have
to paint
purple,
the canvas with, my dear.
right? I have purple hair and a nose ring. It's going to be fine. It's
Yeah, I'm
okay.
right there with you.
Uh-huh,
Not
uh-huh.
minus the hair. I need to color my hair again, but we're not going to talk about my grays.
We're aging gracefully, okay?
Yes,
As
and
I
I've
can
earned every
say
one of
that
them.
as a 44-year-old woman, every gray hair is a trophy as far as I'm concerned. So, I've made it another day to appreciate them and my crow's feet and my laugh lines. We're just gonna embrace them with grace. So here's a question I don't know if you think enough about. When you are on your campaign trail and you're stumping or you're with another candidate and you guys are working together to rally your followers here, and you look down at the crowd and you're in the middle of your speech and you see a little girl and she looks like little you. What do you hope she gets out of seeing you? And what do you hope she carries with her?
I hope that she sees that somebody who looks like her can do this and get to places that were not meant for people like us, people who look like us, people who identify like us. And I hope that that brings her a sense of power, that she has the power to come in and make change because somebody has cleared the path for her.
I love that. And I will tell you, I'm not worried about the kids.
Me neither. The kids are all
I don't.
right.
You've seen what they're doing, right? Like we have. I know there's no crying in baseball.
I know. I'm right
I'm
there
not
with you.
crying. I'm not crying. You're crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. But what was I saying? I don't remember. I got distracted by the
They're
crying.
right. They're going to be okay.
The kids are going to be fine. We're teaching them how to be fighters. Like my 11-year-old says "fuck Trump" all the time. She doesn't say it at school because she will get in trouble. But she's fully aware of what's going on, and she's in the moment. As at 11, she can't vote for another decade almost. Math. I don't math. 7 years, 8 years. I don't know. Something like that. It's going to be a minute, but she's turning into like this incredibly powerful feminist who is not going to be putting up with any shit. And I see that like when all of the high school kids are walking out of their classrooms in protest and they're holding up their signs and they're fighting back, these kids are going to be a force when they're old enough to vote. Holy crap. And if we as adults can stick out our elbows and clear the freaking path for them, I feel bad for whoever gets in their way, man.
Amen to that.
They've had enough. So I wanted to say we're kind of like reaching the end of our little adventure here. And thank you so much for showing up and spending the time with us. Before we turn things over to the questions from the village, for the folks who are watching tonight who feel energized by this conversation and inspired, and they want to be a part of what you are building, can you tell them how to get involved and stay connected?
Absolutely. To stay connected, you can connect with me here on TikTok. You can also head to my website at ericcakopp.com. We have all of our socials, including TikTok, linked there. You can send us an email if you feel so inclined. We have that function there as well. And you can also sign up to volunteer through our website. There is a tab at the top that says volunteer. Just click on that and it'll take you to a form. And outside of that, if you feel so moved, you can also donate to our campaign.
Yeah, coffee and yard signs are they all cost money, guys. And we all know how we feel about big money in politics. It's like super gross, right? It's so gross. But that money has to come from somewhere, whether it's your time, whether it's your wallet, even a like, a share, a follow. Hugely impactful on every platform, by the way. If you see Erikca and you resonate with the incredible strength and courage and just resilience that this woman has, please do all the things and share her profile with somebody who you feel like would be inspired by her run. We need more regular people in Congress who know how to fight for us. And we need people like Erikca. So I hope that you will join me in, yes, she is William.
That's Fran. Hey, William. That's another courage candidate.
Yeah, he's going to be on our show. He's going to be on our show very soon, right? Yeah, I'm super excited to have him on our show. I can't wait to talk to him. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do here. So you guys, if you have questions for Erikca, this is your moment. This is where all of the rubbers meets all of the roads. You have questions about Star Trek? Are you a Star Trek fan? Or a Star Wars fan?
I tried. I really did. I tried. I could not get into Star Wars. I could not get into Star Trek. I could not get into Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
My campaign manager is also my older sister, and she took me to see Lord of the Rings at the movie theater, and I fell asleep in the theater. I'm sorry.
It's a really long movie.
Yes.
Really long.
Harry Potter person, yes, definitely. Pineapple on pizza. Okay, so here's the thing about that. If pineapple is with something different, not ham, but like pineapple and onions, I can get down with that. Not very often, because I don't usually like toppings on my pizza. I'm typically a just cheese kind of girl.
Cheese pizza kind of girl, huh?
Cheese pizza kind of girl. Always have been. I don't know.
Okay.
People in my family like all kinds of other toppings, not me.
You're like just plain, you know what? It's good to have
It's
like some
classic.
consistency with some things. Yeah. Like if you like
Classic.
what you like, if you like what you like, you know?
Yep.
Okay, though, but is it just regular mozzarella cheese or do you get fancy with the cheese?
I can't say that I get fancy with it. It's just straight mozzarella cheese on a pizza.
Parmesan
I
cheese?
will say the best kind of pizza I've had is a hand cross pan pizza and extra sauce with cheese, regular amount of cheese, and extra sauce.
Like the sauce. Okay, okay, okay. Noted, noted.
Saucy.
Awesome. Okay. Any other questions for Erikca in the chat, you guys? Monday, March 16th. William, that is when you are showing up for us, bud.
Yes.
Yes.
I will absolutely be here to support you, provided that I can't. I don't think I have anything on my calendar after Courage. And if that's the case, I will be on here for you, my friend.
Yes. I can't believe we're talking about March already. Like, what the hell is happening? So it doesn't. I know. What the hell? Can we like just, dear Grim Reaper? Let's manifest that shit, okay?
You got it.
I want to say thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us tonight, but also thank you for having the courage to run. It takes women 7 times to be asked to run for something before they finally have the courage to do it.
Did not know that.
So on average, that's what I hear. So that is why, like, when a dude is like approached about running for office, they're like, oh yeah, totally, I could totally do that, dude. That sounds awesome. Yeah. But when a woman is approached, they're like, I don't know. I don't know if they would like me. I don't know if, and that's how we're programmed. And I love seeing that you are willing to basically just like flip off the establishment and run anyway. I love that. So thank you so much. And the village, thank you guys so much for being here. I want to be mindful of your time, though I know how valuable it is. You're absolutely welcome to stay. We have a little bit more show to go through. A couple of really fun, amazing announcements that I don't think anybody except one other person in here knows about. So if you would like to stay for that, then we're absolutely going to welcome you to. We also have a segment called Journeys with Jen, where we talk about motivating action and things like that. But if you need to step away, please know that we are super grateful that you joined us tonight. I would absolutely love to have you back. When is your primary?
Well, so as we sit here today, it's June 16th, but that date is a little bit in flux. There has been talk that it will be moving as soon as the budget bill is signed. So moving to August 4th. I don't know if that's confirmed yet. So yeah, things are in flux left and right here in the Commonwealth.
I think that is so interesting. Like in Texas, it's March 3rd. And that gives the opponents like so much time to run a full campaign. But in August, you have like 2 months to run a full campaign against your Republican opponent. That sucks.
Yeah. And it's not normally like this. Typically, the primary date is June, and that's that. But because of how things are going down here, there is a change coming to the law that is going to push the date of the primaries. And so we've heard that the date is going to be shifted. Whether or not that has actually been signed into law yet is another story. But I've been saying lately that just about everything in this race is kind of a moving target. Date of the primary to what district I'm going to be in to the date that signatures have to turn in to who within the state can sign my petition. It's all up for change. It's all subject to change at this point.
That's so interesting. Crazy? Cool.
Yes.
Sure.
Potentially.
We're just kind of like rolling with it. William wants to know, how have you handled running knowing your district may change?
What we're all about is the voters and how they want to do things, how they want to be represented is paramount. And so we are letting the voters decide, like the Supreme Court of Virginia is letting the voters decide. And then based on what their decision is, then we will decide where we go at that point. So if the voters say no redistricting, then we stay where we are. If they say yes redistricting, then we pivot.
So remind me, because I'm like stuck in the Texas redistricting hell that I live in. Would your redistricting be in favor of Democrats, or would it be another Republican redistricting?
So right now, as of November and January when they were inaugurated, our governor, lieutenant governor, and attorney general are all Democrats. And in addition to that, we have a near supermajority in the House of Delegates, and we have a Democratic majority in the Virginia Senate. So it's all blue here now, which is a change, and it is a good change. So these Democrats that we have in the General Assembly have been changing the maps from a 6-5 Democrat to Republican split to a 10-1 Democrat to Republican split. So it will go further to the left than it is now.
I love that. More left, please. That would be amazing.
And the way that redistricting is happening here, as a difference from Texas, we're doing it a little bit like California is doing it. So we're allowing the voters to decide to amend the Constitution to have this be a temporary change.
I love that. I love that the voters had a voice. I wish we would. I wish we would have had a voice too. But we're gonna show Greg Abbott the door in November. It's gonna be great.
We'll be cheering you all on from here, and I will throw a party in your honor when it happens.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to roll Voldemort right off of a pier. That guy, Voldemort. Yeah, that's what I call him. And no more Chuck Schumers. Thank you, William. Thank you for that.
Amen, okay. William. I agree with you.
So, thank you so much for being here. Do you have anything else that you would like to add before I drop you into our chat box?
I am just so happy to be here with y'all, and really, truly, anytime, it would be my pleasure to come back and speak with you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
We're going to send you the link, and you're free to book whenever you want. We love repeat guests. I will have to come up with another slate of questions, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. They might be tougher next time. You never know. I might make some people happy with some tougher questions.
We will have a lot more to talk about next time if it's after redistricting and after all of these things are actually set in stone.
Yay! I've been told that we've reached 100K on our likes, guys. You guys are on fire. That is amazing. When we reach 100K, we usually do a little donation to your campaign. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I think that's amazing. Thank you so much, chat, for participating in all of the finger exercises. Thank you. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. All right, Erikca, I'm going to go ahead and drop you down. Like I said, you're welcome to stay for the rest of the fun. We probably have another 10 minutes or so. So it won't be too much time. But I so much appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. It has been a
Thank
pleasure to
you.
meet you.
Thank you to the village. I'm so grateful for y'all. Thank you for all the work that you're doing. Truly, anytime. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
She is such an amazing candidate, you guys. If you are not following her, you absolutely should be. What are you even doing, guys? Seriously, what are you even doing? Before we get to our Journeys with Jen section of our show, I'm going to bring up a special guest to share with us a fabulous announcement from a fabulous person. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
it's Fabulous Finds with V.
hello, babe. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Hello, how are ya?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. And I'm only going to crash for just a little bit. I know that you've got more of your show to go, but I wanted to announce that now iTab is actually an affiliate on Not Your Merch on the official Not Your Merch website. It has officially launched. Well, it's not officially launched. The official launch is actually on Monday, but the website's up and ready to go. You can go shopping if you want to. So if you ever want to go, and she has, not iTab actually has the most amazing little design here that they've done.
It's the Village Idiot.
There it is. There's the Village Idiot. And we already know that he is indeed the Village Idiot. So everything that you do, if you go in and you go into Not Your Merch /iTab, all of you will come into our website via her link, and anything that anybody purchases via that link will automatically be an affiliate payout to iTab. So we're very excited. Go ahead.
Which is amazing because that helps us support grassroots efforts, guys. That helps us. The money goes right back into our grassroots candidates. So very important to do.
Right. There was limitations before with, what it is that we were able to do because we were having to do it through TikTok. And now doing it this way, iTab has access to our entire catalog and can actually promote the entire catalog now. And that way it allows you to be able to not only just go with the products that you have, but actually offer the entire catalog. So it'll make it easier for us to go, or for you all to go ahead and raise money for your grassroots candidates, because I know that you're using that to be able to help and promote and lift up grassroots candidates. So.
You want to show everybody your sweatshirt?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on now.
Yes.
Wait. Yes. Will not reoffend ever. I can promise you they should be 6 foot under. Absolutely.
You wore that to go vote. You went to go vote today with that?
No, I didn't get a chance to go vote because I had to go run errands because I was picking these little guys up at the. So I'm going to go and do that in the morning because I was trying to get all of them. See?
I'm so freaking excited. It's so amazing. I love her. She's so sassy. I love it. I love it so freaking much.
She's the sassiest thing on the planet.
I mean, so fluffy. She's so fluffy.
Yeah, there's that cat. Oh, look at this one.
I love her. I love it so much.
Off to be radical left scum.
we need kitty coasters for sure. But yes, I love the bunny. The bunny is so great.
Bunny is hilarious. It's like, I'm off to be radical left scum.
La 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 la.
Exactly.
Yep, I love it. I love it. Yeah, you guys can get shirts like this. This is a Christina Talks Tea official. You can see with my microphone in the way. But It says crushed ice makes the sweetest tea. So definitely need stuff like that in your wardrobe. Especially for your No Kings days that are coming up here very soon. Just putting that out there. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. I am so excited. That is going to be amazing. And we'll start pushing that out. I think that's going to be great.
Yeah. It's not official yet. I know that Christina kind of let it she did like a little soft blurb type of thing. But even with that, we've already had quite a few people come out to the site, already purchase. We see a tremendous amount of influx for traffic already. So it's going to be amazing. So this is just going to be able to help, people that are trying to not only for, people like you, but some people are trying to do this as, a living and trying to go ahead and make sure that they have like, not necessarily a living, but just their side hustle. And how cool is it to have a side hustle that actually also speaks your First Amendment right and helps with human compassion and bringing that message out there and all of the things. So all of that's really cool.
And fighting fascism, our first fascist regime.
It's like, okay, fascism, let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Right?
Yeah, we're ready.
Exactly.
Amazing.
So we're very excited about it. We're happy to partner with you all.
Thank you so much for everything. I'm so excited that we are things are happening, things are rolling. I can't wait to see what we come up with next. It's going to be so amazing.
There's a lot of things on the horizon.
Can you share what your very favorite product is?
I think, I honestly, I can't get out of this sweatshirt at all.
I know you wear it all the time.
Wear it nonstop. Like every video, they're like, does she have any other clothes? I don't think she does. So I feel like I need to go ahead and have it in several different colors because I kid you not, everywhere I go when I'm wearing this, people have something to say about it. But I do love my second favorite one is my 40-ounce tumbler that I carry everywhere. Like that's probably my second favorite. Yep, but there's just so many sayings. There's just so many sayings. And I honestly think that this is going to be my next favorite design.
It's so cute.
This one where it's like, I'm off to be like radical left scum. That's like my attitude every day. Like,
I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah. I can't decide. There's so many good things.
There is. If you guys want to check out all of the awesome things that are on the website, there's so many designs. They're so amazing. And you can wear your proud left lunaticism on your chest.
Yeah.
Without having to say a word.
Right. And, Ken told me today that she was wearing her shirt and that somebody actually said, hey, thank you so much for wearing that shirt. And it's really good to meet another person out in the wild. So I think that it's really important for us to be able to see each other. And she's like, I could have sworn for sure they were giving like MAGA vibes, but they truly were not. They truly weren't. It was just the look. And so we just don't know. We don't realize it. And us being able to recognize each other by just wearing a shirt says so much.
Yeah, I got pulled over the other day by a neighbor with my car decal on the back of my car. And they were like, thank you for being a bright spot in the neighborhood. And I was like, I thought for sure she was going to shoot me. I thought for sure, I was like, this is the moment I meet my maker. I'm in rural Texas and somebody doesn't like my Village Idiot sticker. I am screwed. But it was great. It was great.
No, and honestly, you would be shocked. I have had so many people tell me different things. Mostly I wear this shirt, but I've worn so many different ones. And people always have good things to say. I've never had somebody say anything to me, at least that I've ever seen. Nobody's even looked at me sideways, like ever.
Yeah. Amazing. So. Cool. Well, thank you so much for everything. Thank you, my friend. And Jenny, thank you. I know I see you in there, girl. Thank you, Jenny. You guys are an amazing team, and I'm so, so privileged and happy that we know you and we're working together with you and we're doing everything we can to lift each other up, and I just love that. So thank you so much for not only all that you're doing, but for everything else, V, for being my friend. So thank you.
Aw, it's so easy to be your friend. What are you talking about? But Jennifer was the one that she's the one that does like all of the mojo behind the scenes. Like she's the one that set up the affiliate program. She was like,
she's amazing.
So good at it. So she went and did some like little programming bullshit in the background. Like she was all on it. I was just like, yeah, girl.
Like you already lost me. You lost me already. But
she's really good at it. And she's working really hard to see. And the creativity is just going to start pouring out of me in reference to all the things that we're going to be doing.
Well, now that you have the website nailed down, I mean, what an amazing accomplishment. And I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what's next. Like, It's going to be
Yeah.
so great.
It is. Hey, Ramona. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. There's just so much new stuff coming and so many. I just think that there's so many opportunities, and we're just going to continue to grow the website to try to make sure that we have additional links. Like we want to be able to have links to, progressive candidates, things that we want to just, we don't want it to just be merch. We want it to be a community of people that are, fighting for the rights and fighting for democracy and all of that kind of stuff. So we're going to continue to work with that.
I love that it's going to be a hub for people. That's going to be, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, we're excited.
I think that it's good for more companies to take your example too. Like it's not enough to just sell a product. You have to bring people together, especially in this moment. So
yeah, it really is important. It's really important. You have to build your own village just the way you have. We have to continue to grow our villages.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We are all we have, guys. Well, thank you so much, V. I appreciate you guys. V, Jenny, you guys are a team to be reckoned with, like none other. So proud to know you guys. Thank you so much for everything.
No problem. All right. Well, thank you. Bye.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much. Village, you know what? Before we close out, we're going to shift gears for a moment, but we're not slowing down. Oh, no. One thing that we believe here is we hope that let me try that again. Wow. Wowza. One thing that we believe here is that hope is not passive. It's something we practice in the choices we make and the actions we take. This next segment is called Journeys with Jen. It's where we take everything that we've talked about tonight, the frustration, the inspiration, the urgency, and turn it into something real that we can carry forward with us. Our incredible moderator, and I'm going to call her producer now. She's definitely on the producing team. She probably does more work on the show than I do, for fuck's sake. Amazing, is going to be taking the mic and sharing a reflection paired with action, something grounding, something doable, something that reminds us that we are not powerless. So Village, lean in. And Jen, before I give you the floor, I just want to tell you that I took Toast with me to pick up Gemma today from school. And he's huge. But he sat on my lap as I'm driving the whole time and clung to me and kind of leaned his head out the window the whole time. And his ears were flopping. It's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. I can't wait for you to meet him.
Me too. I'm so excited.
Okay, the floor is yours now.
All right, guys. So we have been talking about, the importance of getting registered, making sure that you're staying registered to vote. With all of these candidates talking about their upcoming races, now is the time to make sure that we are on board and we're ready to go. So we've been talking about iwillvote.com. It's been around since 2012 to be an easy tool for anyone in any state to go, and you can apply to vote by mail. Check absentee ballot, see if you're register to vote, learn more about voting. And depending on the state, up here at the top, it'll tell you, I just pulled up Virginia, and it gives you the Virginia voter hotline number at the top. But depending on the state, it'll give you a little bit different options. So you can check the status of your ballot if you're in Ohio once you've placed it. Check if you're registered to vote. But it's something that's really easy to use, something that we should be talking about, making sure that our friends, family, everyone is registered and ready to kick butt in the midterms. That's the goal. That's the plan. We are definitely more than capable of doing this. And then also, reaching out to your county Democratic Party will give you a lot of other avenues, connections on what to do. So if you are someone who wants to do things from home, there's options there as far as helping candidates phone bank. But there's also things that you can do more in person, as well as getting involved with campaigns and things at a local county level or state level. as well. So just need to get it going.
Yeah, let's do it. Amazing. So do you want to do you want to show everybody your cute puppy?
Yes, please.
You want to see him?
Yes.
Okay. Kim, do you have it or do you want me to get it? Do 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 do. She's like, "What?" And guys, by the way, I don't know if y'all are in here, like, if you guys know this, we have a Discord while we're waiting for, yeah, we have a Discord, y'all. And it's amazing. Kim, if you want to, or Jen, if you guys want to drop the link for the Discord in the chat, and I will try to get this picture up here for you guys to see it because it's on my phone and it's not in my computer. So one moment while I send myself a picture. But yeah, you guys want to talk about the amazing stuff that's on the Discord while I do this?
Discord has a ton of different things that we can be doing. It has a ton of information on different candidates via state. It has different things that we can do as far as activism goes. It also has information on snow roach activity. Gosh, I mean, you could go on and on about the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, I really don't know what you're doing.
We're also partnered with the Mayday Collective on the Discord as well, which is really helpful.
Yeah, so a lot of good functions.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are part of the Mayday Collective as well, but clickety 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 click. Bear with me for just a moment, you guys. It's thinking about life. Trust me, this is worth it. You guys are like, what the hell is she doing? This is worth it. I'm telling you. Toast is the best dog. He is so cute and he's so gentle. And he is like the biggest dog ever. He's going to be a big boy. And his ears are like tortillas. They're huge. But it's really very cute and it's worth the wait. I know y'all are getting antsy. They're like, I got stuff to do, and I completely understand. But this is something that you are definitely not going to want to miss. So let me go to background, and then we go to custom, and then I click on this little boy right there. Oh no! It's not gonna let me do the aspect ratio. Okay, so I'm gonna save here, and then I'm gonna.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
it's great.
Oh my gosh!
He's so cute. Oh my gosh! He looks so silky soft.
You know what's funny about that? He's not a soft dog. Like, he's got like kind of a little bit of a wire coat going on.
Okay.
But he's like, yeah, and I don't know, Kim, if your aspect ratio will work better than mine. You don't see a whole lot of him in this picture. Maybe if I do this here. Couldn't change the scenes during multi-guest life. Okay, that's fair. And maybe I could do this. I'm trying to figure out how I can make it bigger for y'all. Because, crazy. I know, he's so cute. I just can't with his face. I mean, he's just the best dog, and he's so freaking sweet.
Are his paws gigantic?
They're massive. And he's got like this little like white patch of fur on his chin. I don't know if
Yeah.
like if you can see.
I've seen it in one of the pics. Little
Oh my
chopstick.
gosh, he's just so stinking cute. I just can't with him. And he's just giant. You're just going to love him. He's
I
such a
know.
good boy. He really is. So, that's Toast. That's Toast. There's our toasty boy. I'm so glad he's going home with you.
Me too.
So. All right, guys, that is the gist of the show. Thank you guys so much for being here. Before we go, I want to pause and say thank you. Thank you so much to V. Thank you so much to Jen, to Kim, to Erikca for being here tonight. To our moderators, creatives, and everyone behind the scenes who hold space for us with care. Thank you, and for all of you for being here, for listening, and for staying in it. Quick look ahead. We have some amazing stuff coming up. Oh my goodness, look at that. Chelsea Hockett from Texas is going to be here for Congressional 5th District. Bernard Taylor in the house again on February 27th. Holy cow, I cannot wait to talk to that man, to see what has been up with him. And then Avery Rowland will be joining us from Kansas. She is awesome. She is just awesome. If you don't follow any of these people, you definitely should be. What are you even doing? It's going to be amazing. I'm going to let you up, Kim, because why not? You're part of the team. Yes. Hello there. If you are looking for a way to carry this conversation with you, we do have Village merch. Yes, V just talked about that. Pieces that you can wear on your chest and let your truth speak without saying a word. Most of all, you guys, remember this. Voting matters. Showing up matters, but our civic duty doesn't start and stop at the ballot box, not in this moment. Change lives in the in-between, in conversations and pressure, and how we show up for each other. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he's just the sweetest.
Yeah, you have this down. Like, you totally just figured it out. Look at his little chin. It's just cute. So cute. He's so cute. I can't handle it. And just remember, you guys, you don't have to do everything. You just have to do something, and you don't have to do it alone. It takes a village. This is our village, and we have to take care of each other, and I hope that you guys will do that. Take care of yourselves as well. Take care of the puppies in your life, and if you need a chaos goblin, please reach out to me, because we might be able to talk, make something work here, okay? We will see y'all next time on, what is today? Friday? Monday. We'll see you Monday. Oh my gosh, today's Friday. You guys have a fantastic weekend. I'm going to go have a margarita. Have a fantastic day, you guys. Bye.
It takes a village.